welcome back to the Gadget Spot.
Hey guys!
Hello again.
Yeah. Introductions going around the table. We got Owen.
Hey there, I'm Owen. I like gadgets and stuff, and basically all the things we talk about on here.
Nice.
Hi, Owen.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at TechNoan.
How do you spell that?
Dude, TechNoan.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I understand.
Like
math
Noah?
and spelling are hard for me.
The first time you said it, I'm like, what? And the second time you said it, I'm like, oh.
TECHNOWEN.
Perfect.
With an @ sign in front of it.
Okay. All right.
Twitter.
I can get behind that.
And he needs the follows.
What?
Desperately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do. Follows.
So
That's a
lovely.
Twitter thing. I need them.
he needs them.
You also need to tweet.
I sometimes look at tweets.
He tweets when he gets new children.
Yeah. So in 3
Ooh.
years, I'll maybe have another one.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving along. We got Jaron.
Hi, I'm Jaron. Twitter at Jaron. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Nice and concise.
Hey there, Jaron.
And we've also invited a friend. We have James,
Hi.
a.k.a. Excitable James.
Oh, I was wondering if that name was going to follow me over here too.
Why not?
Why are you excitable?
I don't know.
Wait for it. We'll have to see.
No, to tell you the truth, like that is one thing that I'm wondering about is like where that nickname even came from.
I kind of like snackable better.
Snackable James.
Chubby James. It's only in my face. No, you can find me on, just look at me on Twitter. It's at JDD, Jensen, JDD's for ADD. Maybe that's where the excitable came from.
I did look at you on Twitter the other day, and I noticed you have like 15,000 followers.
Yep.
Who are you?
I did something cool once, and I'm not cool anymore.
Whoa, what did you do that was cool once?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
But
it.
I'm so curious.
We'll circle back to it around another time.
Okay, sounds good. A story for another day.
Mysterious James.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Also, James drew the short straw. So,
he did. He sounds like he's on a cell phone.
yep.
Yeah, we should maybe assess all the negative things that I did before coming out here today.
So we have a chart that says pros and cons on it, and so far James has 5 cons and 2 pros.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Things aren't looking good.
See, this chart is the basis of you ever coming back.
it's all good. I'm adopted in my family anyway, so I'm kind of in a division. I'm what's called the remainder.
So you know.
Yeah.
It's
Adopted?
like.
Even
Yeah.
more mysterious.
Yeah, right. It's weird. I came with a receipt, so it's cool.
That's so interesting.
Right?
Maybe we'll get down to the mystery of his parents.
Yeah.
One episode.
I don't have any mystery.
Me neither.
I'm just Tony.
You have red hair.
I do.
That's cool.
I'm a ginger squatch. You can find me on Twitter at QuadTTony, or you can listen to me on the other podcast I'm on, the Geek Show Podcast.
Hey, I'm wearing their shirt right now.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, all right.
James does our videography and merchandising on that other podcast.
Yep.
He's the best thing to happen to the Geek Show since I came along.
Yep. I'm not that good. You're a lot better than I am. Just throwing that out there.
I don't think so.
All right.
We should get some Gadget Spot merchandising.
Well, we need more than 300 listeners, and then
No, we don't have that many. Let's not.
okay. Well, I'm just saying,
Congratulate
as a
yourself.
starting point, we need to get more than 300 listeners.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get that many bots downloading our show weekly.
So you're the 200.
I am dead on the inside.
Yes. All right, time to get on to some sweet, sweet gadget news. So sweet.
Woo! Actually, really quick, can I say something?
Yes.
So this isn't just about gadgets, right? It's also about technology. And
Well,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Gadgets, tech, video games, all the good stuff.
I went pee in a urinal earlier today, and it had a little piece of technology that is a splash guard, and it's amazing.
What did it look like?
It's like a mat.
Does it
Was
look?
it blue?
Yeah,
Does that count as a gadget?
Does it look like a koosh ball?
it kind of does.
Oh, I love the koosh
We
balls.
have those at,
yeah,
our
they
work.
are so great.
Yeah.
I have never had so much pee not on my pants before.
It's crazy.
Don't really know where to go with this.
You go away with clean pants.
That's
That's where
where
you
you
go.
No, actually,
That's a good gadget.
one of my friends on Twitter, he tweeted this picture. Apparently, this professor at some liquid conference, yes, you can quote me on that, liquid conference, did some research, and apparently the best place to pee in a urinal is straight ahead to the side.
You
I
did
call
research
baloney.
for that?
Yeah.
Wow. Straight
That's
ahead.
just normal for me.
Uh,
Not to be too graphic there.
Whoa!
What?
Hey.
Prove it.
Not the... Oh.
Nope. Nope.
Not on this
This
podcast.
is a family podcast.
Yeah. We want to maintain our SFW. Okay. So that is some good technology. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, James.
Yep.
Well done.
That's a pro.
You're welcome.
Mark that down on the pro.
I'm on it.
Yeah. Good. Okay, this is really cool. Jaron added this to the show notes, and I also looked at it, and it made me quite excited because I love new TVs.
Oh, this TV is going to be my next TV unless I find another TV that's really good on sale. Anyway, this is the Vizio P series. This is their second generation P series. The first generation was out like 18 months ago or so.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. So anyway, they just barely announced it. It comes in 55, 65, and 75 inches, I believe.
Ooh.
Anyway, three main things that are interesting about this P series. It's somewhat affordable. The 65 inch is at $2,000, and it has
For a 65-inch 4K
That's
with all these
so
features,
expensive.
that is affordable. We're going by comparison here, not actually affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
but it has Dolby Vision HDR.
Right, which is huge.
Huge. So a TV this price with Dolby Vision HDR, fantastic deal. Second thing, instead of smart TV features, they did away with all of that.
Good, because those suck.
Yes,
Always.
They always suck.
Those are dumb.
Samsung, Vizio, old Vizio. I'm looking at you here. Anyway, instead of having the smart TV features, they put in Google Cast, and that's it.
Dude.
That's great.
Yeah.
You just
What
grab
else
your
do you
phone,
need?
your tablet,
Bam.
cue something up on there, and send it to the TV.
Speaking of tablets, it comes with one as its remote.
What?
Yeah, so it comes with this 6-inch Android tablet. It apparently has an 8-core processor in there, but that probably could be pretty crappy. But anyway, 1080p screen on the tablet, and use the tablet to cast things onto the
Basically,
TV.
the tablet's all the smart features got yanked out and put on the tablet.
Exactly, but apparently it's pretty stock Android, pretty close to stock, and it is beautiful. It works well, and I want one right now. All of it. Give it to me.
Can I play Pocket Mortys on this remote?
Yes,
Can you?
as long as it's in the Android Play Store,
Ooh.
Google Play Store.
Here's my thing with this, though, is like I love the TV. It's a gorgeous looking TV, but like just the fact that like it's an Android. I mean, everybody kind of has a smartphone, and I'm assuming that if you're going to drop $2,000 on a TV, most likely you're going to have a smartphone. I read the article. Did it say that you can use your phone? You just use your Google Cast app, right? As another remote, or is this the only remote that it comes with?
So it comes with the Android tablet, and then it comes like with this little dinky thing that can change volume and channels and whatever. But great thing about Google Cast is it works with iOS, works with Android. Pretty much if an app supports it, like Hulu or Netflix, you can just cast it onto the TV with any phone you have.
Because I was wondering maybe if they wanted to, it would be awesome if they had one that didn't come with the tablet necessarily, because I don't see the point in having the tablet.
And pay $200 less.
Yeah,
I would be
and pay,
interested
like,
in that too.
Because everybody already has, yeah. So,
But
that's
it's
Yeah.
comparatively, it's still a pretty good price. And if you throw in a tablet, why not?
And you also didn't mention the full array LED backlighting.
Well, that kind of goes hand in hand with the Dolby Vision HDR, but it does have 120 active LED zones, so your blacks will be very black, like midnight.
Ooh, and this is 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I was going.
Yeah,
I was hoping you guys
waiting for
had
the
like...
punchline here.
That is
I was
the
gonna-
correct year.
Yes,
Good job.
It's 20. Yeah.
Holy cow.
But their M series has around 40 or something active LED zones, so
Yeah.
this is quite a jump over their M series, which was quite popular.
Their original P series
That's why I have
had
the M series.
the same amount of LED backlight zones, but these ones are going to be better. Newer technology.
Yeah, better.
I mean, you have an M series?
I do. I have a
didn't know that.
65.
Ah,
Yeah, I love it.
Ooh,
I
I,
hate the
almost
smart-
bought that TV one.
I hate the smart features.
Yeah,
I
they're
never
they're
ever
crap.
use them. In fact,
they look so bad
They're
on that.
garbage.
It's like
Yeah.
they didn't even scale up the icons. It's 480p icons.
Yep.
What's the response time with the smart
Garbage.
TV? Because I have an LG one. It takes forever.
Sometimes I just push the buttons as a game to see if I can land on the right one. And like 4 clicks and then wait until it gets there.
oh,
It's bad response time. I use my phone and Chromecast
Yeah.
for everything, and then all my other smart apps I just have a Roku hooked up because Separating the smart features is way better, unless they're going to put more money into or more development into speeding that up.
Well, like some TVs, like the Sony 8 4K TVs, they have Android TV built in, which can also do Google Cast. Right. But I hear that that's kind of half baked. So I think Vizio is definitely going in the right direction here. Just throwing away all the stuff that you don't want and putting Google Cast in there.
Looks pretty good. We'll see how it reviews.
I have whatever Vizio TV was in 2010 on sale at Walmart.
So. Yeah, the 2010 model.
Woo!
It's a good one.
I just wanted to contribute.
Okay, next thing I wanted to talk about was gaming related, and it's the Steam controller. I got my hands on one.
Did you buy one?
I was gifted one.
Really?
Yes, and let me just say, I'm glad I didn't pay for it, but it is still pretty dang cool. So here's what makes the Steam controller cool is it basically acts as your mouse as well when you're just on Windows.
Oh.
So if I wanted to turn my computer on and sit back further in my room, I can navigate everything with the Steam controller. I don't have to scoot back up, use a keyboard and mouse. So then I use that and I get going into Steam, and the other thing that's really cool is it automatically maps your keyboard and mouse inputs to the Steam controller for games that don't support controllers already.
Convenient.
So it is.
That's really nice.
It's a very convenient idea, but the controller itself, the usage, it takes a lot of getting used to because it only has one joystick. And then you got the big round pad where the other joystick would be on the right side, and that is your look around if you're playing a first person shooter or anything. So
that's that. It's touchpad?
It's a touchpad.
Oh,
why?
And it clicks. So I've put about 6 or 7 hours on it in the last week or so playing Doom 3. And at first I hated it. But I said, I'm going to play this entire game through on it just to see if I get better with it.
It only takes 7 hours?
No, I haven't beat the game yet.
Oh, wow.
But I played it for 7 hours. And it definitely has, it shines when it comes to accuracy, actually, once you get the feel down for how far you need to move your thumb to move the cursor on screen. And it's actually pretty dang good. But the problem is it takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
To get to the point where it's accurate, because the first couple hours I was playing, I was just sitting there thinking, man, I wish I was using my Xbox 360 or my Xbox One controller.
Well, you have to do decades of unprogramming your brain.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And once that started to click, I'm actually really enjoying using it. But the build quality on the controller so far, better than average, but still
better
not
than
as...
the Ouya.
Oh, better than the Ouya. The Ouya is a piece of garbage.
It's terrible.
But I will say it's not up to the quality of like a PS4 controller build quality or Xbox One.
Not even
quality.
PS4. Wow.
PS4 has good build quality.
Well, apparently
minus the battery life.
Well, apparently they break pretty easily. Well, the first generation PS4 controllers.
Well, yeah. But
how much do one of these run for?
$50.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, they're actually cheaper than if you were to buy an Xbox One or a PS4 controller, unless you find it on sale.
So, do you think you'll stick with it?
I'm gonna keep using it. At the very least, I'm gonna finish out Doom 3, and I'm gonna try another game because there's a couple of games I own that are older that don't support controller input. And I hate having to sit up close to my computer and use a keyboard and mouse because I'm really lazy and I just want to lean back. So I'm going to, like, Fallout New Vegas doesn't have good controller support. So I'm going to try that one next after I finish Doom 3 and see how I like it with the Steam controller. But so far, I got to say, it's pretty good. It's definitely more reliable than my Surface Book.
Good one.
Bam! Take that, Microsoft, and your bad QA.
Oh my gosh.
Freaking...
So I'm looking at some of the gameplay right now. It actually has the 2 touchpads on either side.
Yeah.
The
So
joystick.
Instead of a D-pad, you have a touchpad that has a cross kind of imprinted on it.
That acts as like a scroller and stuff as well.
Yeah, you can do it for all kinds of stuff. And it has a couple of button paddles on the bottom.
Oh, well, and the Xbox One Elite controller just added that as well, right?
Yeah. You have two on the Elite controller, which I have yet to get my hands on one of those, but they're supposedly just super
I'm gonna buy
primo.
the crap out of one of those.
Oh, they're out. What are you waiting for?
Crap.
Waiting for the crap?
Yeah.
But then again, with the Elite controller, you're talking $150.
Yep.
Steam controller,
You can
50.
get an Xbox for about $80 more than that.
Yeah,
nowadays.
it's true. It's true. So, I'm going to give the Steam controller not a preemptive, but a kind of a preview score until I'm going to withhold my final judgment until I finish Doom 3. But right now, I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10.
Hey.
I actually quite enjoy it.
Well, but before you do that, I know Doom. It's probably a good game, but I want you to play something that you need to use a mouse for, like SimCity or something like that. I want to review off that.
Those games.
What's another like game that you would usually use a mouse for? Like, how about StarCraft? Do you like StarCraft?
No.
Age of Empires?
I used to love those games.
Let's see. What could I play that?
Yeah,
has,
what's something that's...
I don't know. If you can think of a game I should play with the
Myst
Steam
3?
controller that is almost always better with keyboard and mouse, besides first-person shooters, because I'll be honest, I like controllers for first-person shooters. Drop us a line at the gadgetspotcast.gmail.com and let me know what you think I should play with the Steam controller to give it a full final review. Because James is right, you got to get a couple different games.
Because I feel like first-person shooters are definitely a little bit easier, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can see what you mean by
something
if it's like an RTS or something, you have to move the mouse a whole lot more,
Right.
and then click and drag and all that junk.
Something that's limited. What about Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yeah,
Same thing as SimCity.
Yeah. Oh, man.
just with roller coasters.
With roller coasters.
Those are my jam, man. I love all those games. StarCraft? Ooh. Not as good as the Asians, but
No.
still pretty
Nobody
alright.
is.
Nobody is.
Silver League strong right here.
Yeah,
Solidarity.
RTS games. I just think I'm not smart enough for them. I go to play them and I always lose, and it just ticks me off.
I can confirm that Tony's not smart enough.
I just don't mind losing.
Man,
I just always lose and don't mind.
you just don't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys really quick? If you guys play, what's everybody's favorite type of video game? Yours is obviously first-person shooter.
Well,
/ role-playing.
Yeah, it's a toss-up between FPS or like a Western-style RPG, like Dragon Age or The Witcher 3.
Western-style RPG?
Yeah.
That is oddly accurate.
Well, yeah, because I don't like JRPGs that much. Like
Not Western as in Western the movie.
No.
Oh!
No. Western RPGs are known.
Where does Final Fantasy fall in all that?
That's a JRPG. They are slowly kind of westernizing them, though, by taking away the turn-based combat, taking away random combat events,
All the good stuff.
No, that's all the terrible stuff. Get rid of that nonsense. But you have Dragon Age or Skyrim or Mass Effect. They're almost kind of more hybrid shooter RPGs.
Third-person shooter.
What about you two? What's your guys' favorite video game type?
Uncharted.
So
it's very
RPG.
specific.
That's an RPG, right?
Action-adventure.
Action adventure. I like some first-person shooters.
You
as well.
look oddly like Nathan Drake. Has anybody ever told you
That is the best compliment. I need a mirror right now.
Do it.
Give me a mirror.
Hair.
Why did you say that?
Give him an ascot and a backpack and some
I need an ascot.
You don't understand I'm going to hear about this for weeks now.
Oh man,
You're welcome.
you made my decade.
Tony, has anybody ever told you that you
man.
kind of look like the snowman from that one downhill skiing game where it chases after you?
The Yeti in Ski Free?
You do look like a Yeti.
Actually, yes. Yes, I have got that.
The one that chases after you. That was my biggest form of anxiety as a little kid. All right, what's your favorite gaming type?
Halo.
First-person shooter.
Type.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the StarCraft. I like the...
Thank you.
I'm a big StarCraft fan. I suck at it, but I won't play the new ones, but because they switched to a complete online platform. I want to, but I play with my friends on a local network. I don't like playing through BattleNet, and I was one of those fans that was like, "You took away BattleNet local network. I'm not playing." Really, I just couldn't afford to not have a borrowed copy. I almost used a different word, but
now I feel like I know you guys so much more intimately.
Yeah, but I would definitely play those games if I had them.
All right, sorry to derail you, Tony.
No, that was good.
Apology.
It's a good question. Because we never have said what our favorite video games are. So
Video game time.
I look like Nathan Drake, guys.
no,
He does. It's the
just
hair.
stop it.
It's going to be weeks. That's
Oh
going to
my
last
gosh.
for months.
Oh,
That- weeks.
We're
months.
never going to hear the end of it.
If I could be as charming as him, oh man.
Who's Nathan Drake?
Okay, Owen, you get 5 cons.
I mean,
on your
that's
chart.
like I'm gonna hold on. Let me look up Nathan.
No, James is putting it down.
I'm looking
It's,
at
it's
it.
done.
He doesn't want to be all alone in the con section.
Oh,
Jeez.
I don't know about that. I'm looking at Nathan Drake right now, and I can see a resemblance, but you definitely need the ascot. I mean,
There's
Give me
no-
the ascot then.
there is no resemblance. Stop it, Jaren. Stop it.
I'm smiling. You can't wipe this smile off my
can't do
face.
it. Jamie's out of the box.
Oh, jeez. All right. We need to talk about. We're going to do another review, actually, as well, of the DJ Phantom drone.
Ooh, this is where I come in.
This is where James comes in.
All right, so if you guys know me, especially on the Geek Show podcast, I do a lot of video. Not so good video sometimes, but video nonetheless.
It's there.
It's what the budget can afford. Anywho, so what I do for my day job is I do marketing for a company down in Springville called Little Giant Ladders, and we have gone through a series of purchasing drones, and so lately,
So let me ask you first. What does a ladder company need drones to film their videos for?
Stop asking questions.
What kind of ladders are these?
Very tall ladders.
Yeah, we use them for a lot of a lot of our ladders. Like if they're going over fences, if you're getting up on top of a fire truck. Like it's cool to have something that it's pretty much like a glorified crane.
Oh, okay.
nowadays.
All right.
Especially if you don't have the money to or the
So you use the Phantom as your boom, your camera boom.
my camera boom.
Okay.
And the first one that we got was the Phantom 2, and that's a great drone. But the problem with that is like what I was telling you guys earlier is it has a wide angle lens on it. So if you're panning right or left or up or down or tilting up or down, it bevels the video and it makes it look kind of crappy. So the one that I've been most happiest with right now is the Phantom 3 Professional, and right now it's $900, I think.
Is that the one with 4K?
4K. It's 4K. It's phenomenal. The nice thing is your phone plugs directly into the unit, so it projects everything in HD. So you can do your iPad Mini, iPhone.
What do you plug? You plug it into the remote?
You
Okay.
plug that directly into the remote, and that's your viewport. So you see in real time what the drone sees, and it's phenomenal.
What's the range on that thing?
2,000 feet.
Okay.
Well, they say up to 2,000 feet. I've never personally got it 2,000 feet.
Have you
but-
tried?
It's against FCC regulations.
Well, it
He
can
would
go
never do
200 feet up
Right.
in the air, but
Of course not.
I've actually played with one of those before. My friend has one, and he put it out like a mile, I swear.
oh yeah, I brought mine, and you guys are going to play with it afterwards.
yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But anywho, the Phantom 4 just dropped, and it's a good-looking unit. It looks pretty similar, but just more futuristic. So they sleeked out a lot more of the edges.
Mm-hmm.
It has a better gimbal on it, a more responsive gimbal.
I love Gimli. He is my favorite dwarf.
Yeah.
My axe.
So the signal range on it, they boosted it by a
That was a
mile.
really bad Gimli, sorry.
And my bow. Oh wait.
Yes.
That's better.
The flight time on it, they raised it from 23 minutes to 28 minutes, which is a lot better. Trust me, especially when all you bring is one battery when you're not prepared and you're coming over to do a podcast.
You only brought one battery?
I only brought one battery.
Con.
I'm on it.
Just hand me the thing. I'm going to do it from now on.
Okie dokie.
Give me it's magnetic. Just take it off.
I'm afraid to take it off.
It's
If I drop it, is it going to be another con?
yes.
Yes.
I did it.
Definitely.
Here you go.
Okay.
We currently have a 5-point deficit, I think.
I can't read this. We'll start.
Con.
All right. So
But if you're going to do a drone, definitely go with the DJI series, just because they're a higher quality product versus the other one that we were talking about earlier, which is they make the Typhoon series.
Fisher Price.
No,
No.
I don't remember where we put it.
Microsoft.
Hasbro.
Yep. I don't remember. Anywho, it's the best drone on the market right now, especially for the price. Downside is their customer service kind of really sucks a
Are
lot.
they a Chinese?
Really?
They're a Chinese-based company. They have one location in California that you send this stuff to, but the majority of the time, the one company that I know that sent in their drone, they charge them for replacing the stickers, in which case
Wait.
cost them like an extra $200
for the stickers.
Yeah, the stickers on it.
What?
Because they're like, it doesn't meet FAA regulations, even though the FAA doesn't regulate the stickers on it.
What?
And the new Phantom 4 doesn't even have stickers. So
They're proprietary.
well, that and it takes like months and months to get your drone back. So you might as well just buy a new one.
It's a feature.
If you have that money.
Stickers
Yeah.
are a feature.
The stickers add 5 horsepower.
Yep, they're a feature.
But if you want to get everybody in the neighborhood's attention, especially the dads, if you're trying to get all the guys in the neighborhood to come together, get a drone.
I always want to get the dad's attention.
Right.
So maybe so the ladies need to go. They need to get into drone tech.
They need to get into drones.
Yeah, that's how
It's
you.
like guys taking their puppy to the park.
Yep.
Girls get a drone
Wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
and crash it at the park, and you'll just be swarmed.
And it's always the same 10 questions like, is it hard to fly? Like, is it like playing a video game? Can I see it?
You should just make a printout that you hand someone when
A
they walk
fact
up to you.
sheet. Yep. You need a fact sheet.
These are my frequently asked questions. Please refer to them first.
Yeah.
So all you single ladies, just go buy a Phantom, a DJ or something.
DJI Phantom.
Yeah. And
In fact, go with the Phantom 4.
you get
it,
all the
it
dudes.
says drool worthy here. Phantom 4.
So give me a review of this thing, man.
You know what? The Phantom. Here's the thing, though, is there's not a lot to compare it to. Like I forget which company makes it, but there's another drone out there called the Typhoon, and that thing is hot street garbage. Like, it is the worst drone I've ever flown. It's not responsive. The only saving grace to it is that it has a screen on the remote control
Uh-huh.
built in, but it's not a super responsive screen. It's not intuitive to fly versus, like, I guarantee when we take the Professional 3 outside,
Mhm.
when you guys start to fly it, it'll take you a minute to get used to, but then once you get used to it, it's like, oh, sweet, I know how to fly this. Typhoon is just terrible, and they're getting slapped with a bunch of lawsuits from DJI right now because of all the patent infringements.
So the company name is Unique. YUNEEC.
Isn't that a makeup company?
That's YOUNIQUE.
Isn't that something that you do with flour to somebody when they're asleep?
What?
Oh, no, that's antiquing.
Ah, yes,
bad.
that's antiquing.
That's a dog. That's a shawl.
That's a shawl.
Anywho, but if you get a free minute at work and you get bored, just go to DJI or just Google search them. They got a bunch of really sweet products that look futuristic. They're super affordable, especially for 4K stuff right now. Yeah.
Does it do slow-mo too?
No.
Oh, bummer.
The Osmo, the handheld one
Mhm.
that I bring to the other podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one does slow-mo, but honestly, if you have like an iPhone 6 or above, or I don't know, an equivalent of an Android project, I don't know.
Uh,
If that does slow-mo, use that.
oh, okay.
It'll be better.
Nice. So out of 0 to
10 quadcopters.
10 quadcopters, how many
rate it-
quadcopters would you give this?
You know what? It would be a 10 out of 10 just because there's nothing else, but the customer service is terrible, so I'm going to bump it down to an 8.
That's good. Customer service is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 8.
That's a solid 8.
Seems like we rate everything an 8 on here.
Well, you know what?
Okay, you know what? A 7.
Okay.
No,
Can I get a con because I struck out?
no, you get an 8. Well, I mean, you get a pro
Oh, sweet.
for 8.
8.
8's good.
8's a good number.
So we barely missed the Apple keynote last podcast. So we'll talk about it a bit right now. It actually wasn't that interesting.
No, it was
Yeah, I
boring as crap.
I haven't heard anything about it.
So what they announced a new 4-inch iPhone, the iPhone SE, and what it is an iPhone 5S only with iPhone 6S internals inside it. So it has the new A9 processor, it has 2 gigs of RAM, which is nice, and it has the 12 megapixel camera. And I see Tony's yawning, and this is how boring it is.
They went smaller?
Yeah,
Was
because
this-
there's still a market for that.
Yeah, there's still a market for 4-inch phones, and no one
They did not upgrade the front-facing camera,
they did. Yeah, I don't really care.
so
too much
your
about
selfie
that.
game is going to suffer.
Yeah.
Was this the year they were supposed to announce a 7, or is this a...
Well,
Well,
that'll come in the
That'll
fall.
be in October,
It's-
September.
it kind of sounds like they're going to do a new phone every 6 months now. So
Oh.
the smaller phone will be in the spring, and the bigger phones will be in the fall.
Yeah.
But yes,
Oh, go ahead.
they also announced the iPad Pro
9.7.
9.7 inches.
Yes.
I want that.
So it's basically it's the iPad Pro, the 12-inch version, smaller, and the main difference is it has 2 gigs of RAM instead of 4 gigs of RAM, which is terrible. I don't know why Apple is so stingy with their RAM all the time.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
I was very passionate about my Raspberry there.
You violated Owen's personal space.
Why would they cut the RAM in half?
Well, to be fair, iOS is a billion times better with RAM management compared to Android.
Yeah, it is, but they already had one with 4. Why not just keep 4 on
I
there?
completely agree.
Okay.
I completely agree.
You're so cute together, guys. Please don't break up.
Never.
Okay.
We like fighting.
But with the iPad Pro 9.7, it does have a better camera than the bigger iPad Pro.
Because they put the 6S camera in it, didn't they?
Yeah. And another big difference is they have what's called a True Tone screen.
Yeah.
So it's the same resolution as previous iPad generations, but what it does, it has 4 ambient light sensors in it. I think it's 4. And it will measure the color temperature in the room, and it will adjust the color temperature of the screen. So supposedly it looks like paper in whatever light condition you are.
Oh, that's neat.
Apparently, it's very readable in the sunlight, which is cool. And the screen just looks great.
Yeah. But they cut the RAM in half.
Yeah, they cut their... it's almost perfect, except for the RAM.
Yeah, and considering now, especially with movie makers, everything's moving to 4K, you need that extra RAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if they already had a model, why rip it out?
That's what I'm saying. They could have just taken the same internals, same exact internals. And
I know.
Hey, Tony, they're cut out the space. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. It's bigger.
It's smaller.
It's smaller, right? 12-inch.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Right. Going from the 12-inch to the 9.7.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
They
right.
took it down.
Yeah. So I'm sure they had to rearrange some stuff, but they could have fit.
They could have.
Because you can get a 4 gig stick that is in the same size as
So
a 2
just
gig
they're
Space isn't an issue.
Yeah.
They've got to make an S series, so
I'm sure that's
when they come out.
They don't have S series for iPads.
They will.
Well,
That's why that's the only
the
logical reason to take it out.
That's
so
the
that
R
later-
series.
Yeah.
The
There's
RAM
just a
series.
failure of Tetris there.
Yeah.
So they were so close to making the perfect tablet. But as far as the iPhone goes, the Android market doesn't really cater to smaller devices. So that's cool, but these things are just very iterative, kind of boring. Nothing. I don't understand why they have to have a keynote for every single small product that they have. I think they could have just done a press release.
Easy.
And it would have been.
I just miss the showmanship of it. Who's going to be the guy now that comes out with a pocket full of glitter and tosses it out on stage new product.
That's what they're kind of falling behind in that
Yeah.
race.
There's a
right?
lack
That's
of
the
finger
thing.
guns.
You can't always top and they always want to. They want to make it better somehow.
Tim Cook isn't quite as charismatic as Steve Jobs was.
No.
Well, Steve Jobs used to do the whole product announcement, but now they.
That's true. He just intros and says,
Yeah.
now someone from the engineering team is going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
Let's get an engineer out here to talk about our product.
That's
Who
good
wants to
PR.
get psyched up?
Yeah. We want to get
Because engineers typically have really good people skills.
Right?
I mean, most of them that I've met, they can talk about,
Accountants have terrible people skills.
they have conversations just about like this.
Hey, wait a minute.
Referencing,
Aren't you an engineer? You network engineer.
Still, though, Apple's keynote was more interesting than Microsoft's build.
Oh,
How did that go?
We'll get. Do you want to talk about that one right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
that kind of relates. So let's do that first.
That was the most boring pile of streaming video I've seen in years.
Well,
I started watching it thinking, hey, I'm going to watch the build thing and see what developers do about the stuff.
Didn't they bring in some good news about Linux and Windows, though?
Yeah, but
that's for developers, though. I mean,
Come on.
I thought-
Anybody who likes Linux and likes command line is pretty happy.
Yeah,
about
they brought Bash to Windows 10, which apparently is a
Awesome.
huge deal. But as a consumer, it's boring.
Yeah.
For those who might not know, I'm not saying I don't know, but what is Bash?
Owen?
Linux command line. It's what Linux uses for command line on such stuff. So it kind of Microsoft is finally realizing that in the command line game they're way behind on stability and usability, and so they're
But seriously,
doing it.
I don't know. I don't know what I expected out of that conference's keynote because I started listening and after about 40 minutes, I just turned it off.
You see, and for the Linux people out there that really love Linux, and the Microsoft people that have always been like, we don't need Linux. We're not like Linux under the hood. It was just a lot of we told you so's and Linux people like kind of high-fiving, but like not at the same time because they're usually not very social.
So missing high fives.
Stupid people.
So you know, Linux people, they got a kind of a ha-ha and a we told you so, and Microsoft basically said, but we're going to have a better product.
Wait, James, did you call Linux people stupid people?
No, it's the people who didn't know. Who's the people that didn't know? The Microsoft people, right?
Yeah, they're
Sorry,
the stupid
I don't know
ones.
anything about code. This is me trying to be relevant. Right
They're
now.
the stupid ones.
Yeah, let's code it with juice.
I will say I did find it interesting when they started talking about the Xbox One and Windows 10 crossover stuff.
That is cool.
So that was interesting for about 5 minutes because that's the only amount of time they allotted for it.
I believe you did cheer when 3 seconds of Witcher 3 came on.
I did,
Woo!
because that's my favorite game of all time. But one thing that I did find pretty funny in that segment was Phil Spencer. Was it? I think it was. No, I can't remember who it was talking at the time. But they basically sat there and said, "This is what we're bringing to Windows 10 gaming through our Xbox cross-platform." And he named off things like full screen support, SLI support, G-Sync support, all this stuff that's been available on PCs for every other game out there. But since it was running on the Windows Universal Code, it wouldn't run that stuff.
Oh, man.
And so he's just like, yeah, we're bringing all that. And I'm sitting there listening thinking, this is just a laundry list of everything that people have been complaining about since they started doing the Windows 10 gaming with Xbox crossover. It was pretty funny.
So it sounds like, though, it won't support VR.
No, they didn't even mention anything about
Yeah.
that. You still got to use Steam or something else for VR. But yeah, it was funny because Microsoft touted their coolness with their cross-platform. If you play it on Xbox, you're going to be able to play it on Windows, and then it sucked. It did not work good at all.
Way to go, Microsoft.
And so their way of hyping it up is saying, yeah, we're going to fix all that stuff that we should have fixed right from the beginning. Aren't you proud of us?
I'm proud.
We're pretty cool, right?
That's what they got to do. That's why Apple didn't put the 2 gigs of RAM in. I mean, they got to have something. They're realizing that they can't impress every 6 months.
You got to hold back
They got to
stuff.
hold back stuff. They can't. It's not Moore's law, which
Moore's Law is dead, actually.
it's more like Moore's recommendation or Moore's prediction, where
Moore's maybe.
Moore's this will probably keep happening, but you know how things will get smaller. The size of a circuit will get smaller, and the amount of storage will continue to get bigger, and all that. And it's kind of dying because they're hitting caps.
Well, Intel recently announced that they're doing away with the TikTok.
Which is
product cycle.
crazy. Yeah, to me.
So now it's like a free tier.
Yeah, you're going to have new architecture, shrinkage of the architecture.
Shrinkage. It must have been cold.
It's a cold foundry. And then the third iteration of that architecture is going to be optimization.
So can we call it tic-tac-toe?
Sure.
Hey, I want to own that.
See, I just want to jump to the last step there, where it's like the optimized smallest version of the technology. They could just release that right away.
Yeah, you would think, like, but they got to milk it.
They got to have conferences every 6 months, right? I mean, so
every 6 months they're going to be like, here's this new thing, and we're going to release 2 hostages.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute. all this crappy tech stuff from companies, it always makes me want to go outside.
That's what I feel like too, especially with the weather warming up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's spring is springing and all that other cliche things. But so yeah, I did a lot of research on outdoorsy stuff this time. Yeah, I like outdoor gadgets because I don't really. I mean, I used to like camping as a kid, but now I just like gadgets, and camping takes me away from those. So I would like to make it so that I'm outdoors, but like a cyborg.
So I think that's referred to as glamping.
Yeah, well,
When you have
glamping is like the 30-foot trailer with the HD TV, and I don't know that I would go that far. Like all the stuff in the trailer. I mean,
see, but
it's like buying a hotel and pulling it behind your truck. That's what I kind of feel is going on. But the gadgets I went into looking is kind of still camping, where you use them in the wilderness. And one of the ones I've actually had on my list for a while is the BioLite, the camping stove. And also the BioLite, the Mini. It's called the BioLite Mini, and this is a cool little device. Not too expensive, about $45, but it's a flashlight. It's with like 52 hours of light, and it's a 1350 milliamp, battery. So it can recharge your battery of your phone if you want.
What's it run off of?
It charges like a typical device.
So plug it into the wall.
Yeah, plug it into the wall.
It's not got solar or anything.
No, this is the cool thing. So the camping stove is actually the cool part. So you burn twigs and things off the ground. You take nature and convert it into fuel.
I just like how you describe that, things off the ground. Because as a former scout, it wasn't always off the ground.
Well, it could be anything. It could be, as long as it is a fuel that will burn.
Son, find me some twigs and things off the ground.
Okie dokie.
Find things that burn.
Will this work?
That's a rock, son.
And I mean, anybody that went camping as a kid knows that you basically that's what you do camping, is find out what burns and what doesn't.
It's true.
So it was always the best to come back to scout camp and be like,
somebody...
Is that rubber?
Yep.
Where did you even find
what
rubber?
happened to the tent? What's
Things
that
on
smell?
that falls under the things on the ground category.
Do you know what does burn? Giant anthills soaked in gasoline.
Yes,
Yes,
they do.
Also kerosene and trees, even if they're green.
And trees.
And the scout leader's shirt.
But no, the camping stove is really cool. You burn it, and it has a little thermal converter, and it converts it to energy. You can charge your devices.
Well, it converts energy to energy?
Yeah, like it's a
Wait.
conversion.
That's pretty cool.
How does it take the heat and make electricity?
It's got a little exchanger on it that with I believe water. I don't know. I don't
basically
know.
a little steam engine.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not gonna.
think
I'll be honest on this one. On this one, I don't have one. I've just watched the videos, and there's a big campaign for them because they have a bigger version that they're kind of sending out in third world countries as well. That like to revolutionize.
What about first
oil
world
and water.
countries?
Yeah,
Where's mine?
I want one, but they.
Hey, speaking as somebody who lived in a third world country, it's surprising how many of them own smart devices.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
But cook out of those kind of stoves.
No, it's true.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I also lived in a third world country for 2 years, and
Stop bragging, guys.
let me tell you, I could not believe how many people lived in literal wood shacks, but had a very large music system.
Really?
Right?
Well, I lived in a third world country.
South Dakota.
Illinois counts
Southern
as
California.
Yep.
Ooh.
Illinois counts as third world country.
And I saw many people living in trailers with like Escalades. It was awesome.
How close were you to Disneyland?
Like 2 hours.
What?
Yeah. It was in the desert. Don't ever go there.
Don't ever go there.
Is that the kind of place that your car breaks down and you're like, lock the doors?
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh.
But no, the BioLite, it's actually cool because it's pretty affordable. It's a generator, and you can charge up the BioLite Mini. Obviously,
Whoa.
it can charge up your.
Wait, so you buy these as a package?
No, you can.
Oh,
they
okay.
have many devices
It's the
on their
same
site.
company?
The same kind, yeah.
Cool.
And so they've got a bigger one, they've got a smaller one, they've got the little, but it's a cool little camp stove that runs and charges your devices when you burn twigs and things.
Can you cook on it?
That's the bigger one. So the bigger
Oh.
one you can actually cook
You
on.
can
It
cook
has a pot that
and charge.
and charge. So you cook, and then the excess heat is used and converted to energy.
Does the big one burn things off the ground, or is it a propane one?
It's all designed to be carbon based. So you pick up wood. The bigger one you put bigger twigs in,
Okay.
or sticks even.
Sticks?
I would
Animals.
even wager that you could split wood into small pieces.
Don't be
Ooh,
ridiculous.
I know.
splinter it?
Dude,
Ah.
Guys, do you know what this looks like? A Mr. Fusion from Back to the Future.
totally does. That's what I thought.
I want 6.
Go look at the website.
I'm looking at it right now.
www.bioliteenergy.com.
What's a Mr. Fusion?
What?
He-
You saw Back to the Future, didn't you?
The first one.
Oh, dude. Are you serious right now?
I'm
Fusion
dead
is-
serious.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Oh, man.
2 cons.
Oh, yeah, that's
no.
2 right there. I got a DVD trilogy for you to take home with you to watch as your homework.
Lord of the Rings?
No.
Oh, I love Lord of the Rings.
Hey, we're getting off track here. And my axe.
And my phone!
Wait a minute.
Wait, what? That was close. That was better, Jaron. Better.
Didn't we
good.
already go over this?
So we have so there's the camp stove, which is really cool because it charges stuff. There's a bigger version, and it's supposed to make a smokeless thing. So
I want to hear more about Sam.
No.
no more. So that was one of them. The other one, I talked about before the show a little bit, and I got nothing but negatory.
Oh yeah, let's hear about
this
this.
is terrible.
Sony binoculars. I mean, I'm not a camera. I'm not huge into the cool cameras, so
I'll tell you one thing it's got going for it. It looks like the binoculars from Star Wars.
yeah.
That part
Or
looks
Stargate.
awesome.
It looked, or the ones from Stargate.
You're going to be getting a
Stargate
lot of
fans.
people that use this. It's like, your furniture looks great from your front lawn.
It's great.
It's
and
great
it's
for,
an
like,
HD now, right? I mean,
No.
It's
well,
720, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 720. I guess that's HD. It's
Damn.
not full HD.
Okay.
Well, let's tell people what it is. I don't.
So the Sony binoculars are basically
Sony's version of binoculars.
Sony's version of binoculars. It's
Wait, what?
Take a camcorder from 1990, tape two of them together, and record them.
Now it has zoom.
It has zoom.
It's optical zoom.
Yes.
And so this is cool. This is the one cool thing I saw about it. As I saw it, and I thought of all those cool movies and video games where you put your binoculars up to the character's eyes and it can zoom in on stuff.
Just like normal binoculars.
No, normal binoculars do not zoom in.
Are you
They have-
serious?
They have a fixed,
They're a set zoom.
magnification.
Yeah.
What
Have
kind
you
of
ever
binoculars?
used binoculars?
Yeah. My binoculars zoom.
What?
I don't use
You bring those
standard
next time.
one-dimensional
Well,
I can
binoculars.
confirm
like
that binoculars
person.
can zoom.
These ones
This is
also
bull crap.
These ones also record in 3D, so you
Yeah.
can make 3D.
See, that's
videos.
the only saving grace of that.
You
When
can
I'm
make
spying
3D
on somebody,
yeah.
I can now see
I mean,
it in
I
3D.
want to.
Great for peeping toms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
voyeurism in full 3D excellence.
Well,
We do not advocate the voyeurism.
Sorry.
but to talk about how it literally looks like something directly out of one of the worst Star Wars films, Empire Strikes Back.
Agreed.
Thank you.
What's wrong with you, bitch?
Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the good part about Empire Strikes Back other than the beginning?
The whole thing.
Okay.
It has no ending.
Well, that was the point. They want you to get you for the third one.
Yeah.
Are you in on the brother sister makeout scene?
Oh, I love that part. That's the good part.
That's Jaren's redeeming grace for that one.
Just
So,
like mother.
So no go on the binoculars.
Well,
What,
you know what?
From the two camera geeks, what
There's a
what is
certain
good-
audience
what is
that
good
I'm
about
sure
it?
is going to be
Yeah,
fantastic.
like bird people.
I'll tell you what's cool about it.
those are called
Bird people.
Horticulture.
no, that's a farmer.
Horniculturalists.
Horticulture.
No, that's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Horny cultures? Yeah.
I'm one of them.
So,
Depends on the day.
it's a horticulturist.
There's dozens of us.
Dozens.
Dozens.
Number in the
There's a
dozens. What's there? There's a word for bird watchers.
Yeah.
Bird watchers?
No, no. There's a real word though.
Aerial.
If only there was-
spies.
I was so close.
Ornithologist.
Ornithology.
Yeah,
Horn.
you got the
Look.
silent H.
Hey,
Yeah.
getting back to the
You have
Sony
my
gadget.
whore.
So yeah, I mean, from the two tech
It's-
gadget nerds, come on.
It's kind of dumb, but at the same time, no other company makes stuff like
Yeah.
this. That's why Sony is so cool.
What do we compare?
I
They
feel
make the weirdest,
They're-
dumbest stuff
feel
that
like
I just want to buy for some reason.
They're finally getting
There is
cool
a
again.
reason why they don't do stuff like this. Are you ever going to take that to a family reunion and be like, I'm the normal uncle?
That's
Yeah.
why you take it to the family.
No, I'll
reunion.
tell you why. I'll tell you why I would never take it anywhere. It costs $2,000.
Yeah, it's $2,000. It's kind
very
of expensive.
expensive.
So
Unless that binocular comes with a rebate for grand 5. Mm-mm.
$1,500 rebate.
yeah, I mean,
Please buy
because
this.
not only then are you the weird uncle with the weird goggles at the family reunion, but they also know how much you spent on it,
Yep.
and they're like, "Oh,
I want to
The
take a
weird
family
rich
photo,
uncle.
you're the weird rich."
but you
uncle."
guys got to stand really far away.
Yeah.
Like in a field.
And then we're gonna record in 3D,
Yeah, it's fun.
and then we can all put on VR. And
Experience it together.
I actually played with some VR headsets this week.
The future.
Ooh,
And,
which ones?
The cheapy ones that are Oculus powered. The ones for
Like Samsung phones.
yeah.
Oh.
Samsung VR.
I've decided I don't know if I'm a VR guy. I get too motion sick. I'm one of those guys.
My problem is I wear glasses, and they're never comfortable
This
with your
one
glasses.
totally
Well,
was.
why wouldn't
Really?
they?
Totally was. Yeah.
No.
You
Why
could
don't-
totally wear glasses.
Can't they just correct? Like, you can set the lenses to, like... It seems
I-
like that would be, like, the easiest
You know,
problem.
I tried that out at Best Buy in the Samsung department, and it wouldn't focus far enough away for it to focus for me.
Oh,
That's how bad my left eye is. It's bad.
I just
take it out.
was watching. I was on the
Poor
roller
Ginger
coaster.
Squatch.
I watched
Poor
the-
little Ginger
I
Squatch.
watched the roller coaster and I could turn all the way around and look at everything. It was
Yeah.
really cool. But
Did it feel like you were on a roller coaster?
no, which is what made me motion sick.
Well, that sucks.
They actually
Yeah.
developed some new technology that's supposed to like they put some.
Was it like trick your inner ear?
Yeah, they put some anodes on the back behind your ear and stuff, and they send these electrical impulses to try and.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on Black Mirror.
Yeah, I don't think I like that.
So
just trigger it like when you're doing something productive.
Yeah,
you're on the toilet. Trigger it.
Or think about if that ever gets hacked, someone's just walking down the street. Someone hits the button, they just fall over. Clunk. Watch this. Hey Jimmy, watch this. Clunk.
So I don't know. I would like to get a pair of those binoculars just because they'd be really fascinating. But
I support you.
I don't have $2,000. Number one.
Yeah, I don't
that's
support
the
you
first
that way.
thing. Like
I'm buying those.
If somebody were to send those to me, I would not be opposed. But I don't have $2,000 to spend on those. Yeah, I mean, if they fall off the back of a truck somewhere and they get shipped to me, which is send me a tweet and I'll let that happen.
What was your Twitter handle again?
Yeah, Technoan at Technoan. You just send those right over to me.
There you go.
But so that was my other thing. It was kind of camera related and there. But my last one, my favorite one, is the Go Tenna. This is the last one I'll talk about for outdoor stuff. There's some other cool stuff I got, but we'll won't take up all the time on outdoorsy stuff. But Go Tenna, it's like there's a couple of them out there. There's a couple other ones out there too. I actually saw, but Go Tenna is the one I kind of focused on this time. It's a cool little frequency that it like creates its own network. So you
do ad hoc in the wilderness.
Yeah, ad hoc in the wilderness. So but it stays on your phone. So it uses low energy, the new low energy Bluetooth technology to connect to your phone, and it creates these little ad hoc networks that you connect to, and you pair these devices into, and then when you're out four wheeling or hiking and you have no cell signal, but you know your family's around. It's not a data network. It's not going to be like you're not going to send. It's not glamping. It's not so you can have a network out in the wilderness. I originally thought that when I first saw them, like I would just set up a trail of these from Salt Lake City out to
every 4 miles.
Yeah, every 4 miles, I just
plunk
one in, and that was daisy chaining my. It's not that way. It's actually a really cool device for that type of technology. Where if you are, there's many applications it could be used for, like search and rescue stuff like that. Where, they already have obviously. Walkie-talkies that can do this type of thing long range, but this is really cool because you can send text messages, and Go Tenna will let you send your GPS location as well, so you can say where you are, what you're doing, and
Cindy, please help me.
Yeah,
lol.
Yep, exactly.
Send a
bear attack. Lol. No pictures yet, so
super cold. Hashtag bad decision.
Yeah.
Hashtag blessed.
Yep, exactly.
Just drank my own urine.
Yep.
Hashtag yuck yuck.
Hashtag please hurry.
Dying. Please help.
By myself. Hashtag.
But
hashtag I hear a coyote.
The transmission range are pretty cool. Like a mile in the urban areas, up to about 4 to 9 miles in rural areas, and because the frequency it uses for the transmission and stuff, if you raise an altitude like mountain climbers and stuff, it can go up to like 50 miles.
Whoa! So, how far can it go in South California?
What does that count as?
What?
Huh?
What?
Nothing.
In South California?
Yeah. Got it like a mile.
That would probably be the 1 mile.
That falls under
urban.
Urban, right?
That's an urban area.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that was the other one I thought was really cool. It kind of in the family, you can buy them in sets. They're actually pretty affordable for a set. I think it's like $200 for a pair, so you get 2 of them, and then they kind of go up in price. You can get like up to 6 at a time and link them together. I've been camping before where I know as a kid I ran off and my mom wouldn't see me until the nighttime. So
it's all good. I ran off once and then other parents picked me up.
Yeah. See?
There we go. Adoption. Isn't it about time? Hold on. Can we go back to something really quick?
Yeah.
I went back to the BioLight Energy, and they have a stick snapper on the website.
What?
Like it
breaks sticks.
It helps
you need sticks specifically.
If you are so soft-handed,
look at the stick that it's breaking. It's like a pencil.
Yeah.
Guys, I really need to break this pencil stick, but I can't.
Look, it's longer than a foot. It doesn't qualify as a stick anymore. You get the stick snapper
for $9.95 US.
Lucky for you, I have my trusty stick snapper.
No Canadian, not Monopoly money.
Yep. They have some really cool videos on that BioLight video site of them using the camp stove and then the base camp. I think they call the big one, which is pretty cool.
The sticks.
But
Nice.
anyway,
We need to do a little bit of BS real quick.
yeah, the BS section.
It's been a while.
I'm glad that we're doing that.
What is this section?
So the BS stands for the battery
Segment.
That's right. I couldn't remember what the S
Talking
stood
about
for.
batteries that will never come to market.
Like at least once a month, usually 2 times or so, someone will release some press thing that says, "Hey, we got this new battery technology. It's going to revolutionize how long you can play Angry Birds before you have to recharge." Blah blah blah.
Speaking of which, is anybody even playing Angry
No.
Birds still?
Nope.
I mean, realistically speaking,
I don't think so.
Nah.
Their
Yeah,
day's
I don't know.
done.
they got a movie coming out.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that's any good.
Isn't it produced by Sony, which means it will fail because
Yeah,
it will.
Sony is a...
It's basically Spider-Man 3 is what it
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
Wah, wah.
didn't Sony put out Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? Wasn't that them?
Yeah, it was.
That was good.
That was a
Yeah,
good
it
one.
was okay.
Yeah, I like that one.
The Minions movie was pretty awful.
It was. I saw that the other day on a flight.
It was okay.
They started their streaming.
was
Even for
terrible.
a flight movie, it was bad.
Sony started its 4K streaming service today
For $30 a month.
$30, but 4K streaming means
Yeah, you
4K
can watch
pirating.
10 movies in 4K.
Ooh.
Oh, and you,
What?
You said the
bring
P
up
word.
a good point.
Yeah. I
What's-
mean, borrowing 4K, checking out from the internet,
4K
any library,
trying.
online library.
4K experimenting.
Yeah,
Hey, if they put it at a reasonable price, I'm okay paying.
$30 a month. You don't have to
$30?
buy the. You got to buy the TV.
But that's like I don't know,
Let me
subscription.
tell you, I personally fail to see
And
how
it's only-
good any 4K streaming can be because of all the compression involved.
Let's shoot another nail into the coffin. It's only the Sony Studios releases right now.
Can I say for a YouTube channel that I run, I used to shoot it in 4K, and I could see how many people would actually stream it in
How
4K.
many was it?
Less than 5%.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it's just it's not viable right now.
No.
There's no point. So the battery segment. We're back to the BS.
Yes, yes.
This is a new one I saw on Ars Technica. It's called lithium oxygen technology. So it uses molten salt, lithium, and oxygen to hold a charge and be charged. This article is pretty interesting. It goes into the chemistry and physics of how batteries work, lithium-ion batteries, and this version that uses oxygen and salt. So I read through the whole article, and then it basically said the last paragraph says our this is considered a hot battery because
Ooh, it's so hot right now.
because
That's what they need.
it has to produce molten salt
Oh,
for
different
it
kind
to
of
work.
That
Okay.
sounds safe in your pocket.
Yeah, so that's what the
I want
last
it right next to all my cash and prizes.
yeah.
Yes.
Hot pocket.
My kids
Literally.
are really
Literally.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, the last section is 3 paragraphs. It says our hot battery is useful, and it says although in this nice demonstration it does come close to being a complete solution for lithium air batteries. Although it might be possible to it doesn't come close. Sorry,
You can read.
I can read.
It's all good.
It says the operating temperature is around 100 degrees Celsius, depending on the salt.
Ooh, that's boiling.
also
That's
doubles
boiling.
as
100
a-
degrees Celsius? I
Yeah.
don't speak European. What's that in
212
American?
degrees Fahrenheit.
What?
Yeah.
That's like that'll heat your house.
Yeah.
That's as
Yeah.
hot as Southern California.
Yeah.
What?
I'm never going there.
So that being said, it means these batteries will never be used in electronic devices because what's electronics devices' number
So-
one enemy?
Heat.
Heat.
So Antarctica, basically.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
what it says is the researchers are aiming for electric vehicles, aircraft, and solar storage.
It'd be
In
one hot
Antarctica.
electric vehicle.
Yeah.
in
can you-
Antarctica. That's. I mean, they'll have to use the Arctic air to cool the battery.
Yeah. So there's.
But at least you can use it when you're sending the text message like, I'm stranded up on the mountain.
But I'm warm
But I'm
Because I
warm.
got my warm battery.
because I got my molten salt battery.
Yeah.
So if you're the scientist researching this, wouldn't you think from the very first stages a thought would come to your mind, oh, maybe I
wasted
shouldn't
my-
research this
I've
because
wasted my life.
I can't apply it to anything.
That's
Well,
that's like
could-
every,
Go ahead.
what? No, that's like every scientist in every like movie where he creates something that kills everybody.
So
Maybe this
here's
is a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, the reason they kept pursuing it is because listen to this to put it in perspective how much more efficient it is than a current lithium-ion battery. Current lithium-ion batteries top out at about 200 milliamps per gram. So this one does 1,675 milliamps per gram.
Wow.
So it's an increase of over 800%.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be a car that could go 1,600 miles on a charge.
Exactly. Now, I think car is probably less likely, like you said, but I could definitely be seeing it used for home battery power supplies. If you have like solar panels,
Oh yeah.
you'd have a bank of these in the garage or something. And they're all heat shielded, obviously. They're going to try and heat shield them, I would think. The other thing it could be used for...
And they'll have a heat exchange.
Yeah.
Where it'll drop off excess heat.
So it could definitely be used for that, or even for larger scale, for like solar farms.
Right.
Have these kind of batteries storing power for the power grid.
So when will it come to market? I bet it says somewhere like 5 to 10 years.
You know what? They didn't even bother to give it a time frame.
Oh. And that's why it's BS.
Yep, that's the BS. Anyway,
speaking of home batteries, did you guys ever talk about the Tesla one? The Tesla home battery?
Powerwall?
I think we did talk about the Powerwall, but Tesla also announced the Tesla 3.
Oh, it's
The
supposed to be
Model
the
3.
affordable version.
Yes.
Awesome.
So they're up to like 250,000 pre-orders now.
Yep.
At
I think it was 275. I saw latest
at
number.
$1,000 a pop. They just got $275 million of free financing
Yep.
that they don't have to pay back, that there's no interest on. They're geniuses.
Whoa.
$275 million bucks.
Yeah, but you never buy the first version of something. Like,
Right.
as much as I love the Oculus Rift or the HTC, I won't buy the first one. I will not.
Yeah.
Well, 275,000 people did.
Well,
And-
yeah. I don't know.
And what kind of sucks about this, you only qualify for that government electric vehicle rebate,
$7,500.
$7,500 if the company makes up to 250,000 of them. If they go over that, you no longer qualify for the rebate.
what?
Yep.
So everyone just lost their rebate?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure if it's the first 250,000 get it, and then over that, no, or if it's no one gets it now. I'm not sure, but
Fantastic.
The government's like, at that point you're profitable and we're done
Yeah.
subsidizing you.
I didn't know that. Me and my wife were literally planning on getting one. But now, if that's really the thing,
you don't get it anymore.
I'll probably still get it.
It's sweet though. It starts at $35,000.
That's bare
But
bones.
starts out.
That's bare bones.
Bare bones comes with 215 miles of range, which is higher than any other EV on the market besides Tesla's own cars. It comes with autopilot at that price.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it comes with that built in.
Wait, describe what autopilot is.
So
Just
autopilot,
for anybody who doesn't know. I know.
like you.
I mean, obviously.
You don't know what it is,
I know
do you?
what it is.
Admit it.
Obviously.
Admit
I mean,
it.
it's a button.
I have grown up.
It's a button on
I've
it.
seen enough TV
I
shows.
mean,
So-
so, Back to the Future too. They got it on the mobile.
I'm going to put that down as a con and a pro.
Hey. So autopilot is like cruise control on steroids. So it's not fully on autonomous driving, but if you're like on the freeway, you can put it on and it will control the speed, and it will make it so
Keep you from running into things.
keep you from running into things, and it'll stay in the lane. So if the lane turns, it'll turn with
My
the
question
lane.
with that though is like if you, because this is obviously based out of Utah, as everybody already knows, but like when you get down to southern Utah, like down near like the St. George area,
By
sometimes
this, you mean the podcast.
yeah.
Okay, not Tesla.
Sometimes you're on roads that don't have lines. So are you going to be like?
I wouldn't use it on those roads.
Yeah, so
Urban driving only. Sorry.
if
Yep.
how autopilot works, if it's not prime conditions, it'll beep at you, and then you have to take over.
Oh.
Oh,
That's good. There's
So when you're
a
asleep,
warning. Turn the alarm off.
I'm mine. I'm
What's
awake.
happening?
Yeah, so it looks pretty sweet for $35,000. One thing that kind of confused me. So apparently the whole ceiling is glass.
Yeah.
What?
And
Yeah.
from what I read,
That
like
doesn't seem safe.
it melds with the windshield. So if you get a chip in your windshield, does
Gotta-
that mean you have to replace the whole ceiling?
Probably
Whoa.
$5,000 or so for every windshield.
Yeah,
so.
easy.
Guys, we're that
I-
much closer to a Doug, like the cartoon world where they're all just glass domes.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate that cartoon.
So I'm hoping. Oh, throw down.
It was so boring.
Oh, what do you? It
I liked Doug. a
real
little.
world teenage issues.
Boo.
The black guy was blue.
I wanted to watch people smash each other with powers, so I watched X-Men.
Ah, that was a good TV show too.
Ye-
Spider-Man as well.
Yeah. Oh,
The
Spider-Man
animated
back
series.
then.
Yeah, good stuff. Good
And then
stuff.
Power Rangers came out afterwards.
I didn't watch that. I was too old for that.
I watched a little bit. Of
I was
Power
so
Rangers.
I was just the right age.
So I'm hoping that the windshield is separate than the rest of the room.
Yeah,
But
because that would be terrible, just like you said. The other thing that I saw that hopefully they change before the production line, before the regular production line comes out, is There are no internal instruments.
What do you mean?
So
one big tablet.
One big 17-inch tablet in the middle of the console, not where you'd normally see instrumentation for a driver. So your speedometer.
So it's like distracting for a driver.
Yeah, you have to look over to the right
They
every
need,
time
they
you
need a
want.
HUD.
So they need a HUD at the very
HUD.
least.
They don't have a production model yet, so that can change.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Hopefully that changes. It probably will, but
I'm hoping it does because I
think
actually think that's pretty ugly. Just the big 17-inch
it was
tablet.
because the rest of the whole dashboard was just plastic.
Yeah.
Just plastic blah.
Concept model.
Yeah.
So hopefully they make changes there.
You need to put like some racing stripes or something. On the
stickers,
dashboard.
like stickers.
Yeah, like Phantom.
Star stickers.
Like the Phantom.
It almost sounds like your windshield problem is going to be solved in a couple of years because Tesla is going to come out with a force field, right?
That's
Sure.
probably
Right? Wouldn't that be
yeah.
awesome?
You heard it first. Right
Called
here
it.
on the
Predictive-
Gadget Spot.
Predictive text.
Predictive.
Although I do like cars that projected up on the windshield, your speedometer and stuff. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, the HUD.
That's
Yeah, the
what-
HUD.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That is pretty cool.
Corvette's been doing
And
that for a while. That's
yeah.
pretty sweet.
same with Buick did that for some of their Bonneville series, or Pontiac, sorry, Bonneville. Anyway, one more thing I want to hit on. James has been playing The Division. Tell us about The Division, James.
I don't like it.
Oh, what?
I know. Here's the thing. Let me put it in contrast. Like, I love StarCraft, and I really, really loved, and this is going to discredit me quite a bit, I love Destiny. I was a big fan of Destiny.
I was okay with Destiny until I realized this is all it is over and over again.
Yeah, but for me, what made it was the group. We had a big...
Well, see, that's the difference.
Yeah,
you know,
I could see that.
We had a big Facebook group that would get together.
Yeah.
We'd raid together. I mean,
That could make
inside
a
jokes
huge,
develop. Yeah.
huge difference.
I mean, you guys know with any MMO,
Yeah.
it's the friends that you play with. But after a little while, you're right, it did get a little bit monotonous. That and after I paid, $60 for the game, and then I bought each individual expansion as it came out.
Right.
I kind of fell out of it with the King's Raid or the King's Fall. I think it was
The Fallen King.
the Fallen King.
No, Taken King.
The
Taken King.
You guys were all wrong.
Jeez, dang it!
It happens. Moving along.
But it was fun, but they just didn't add enough content quickly enough. So I picked up The Division because I hear it was like Destiny, but just real world. If you like Tom Clancy games,
Dude,
you'll
it doesn't
most
play
likely-
anything like a Tom Clancy game.
it looks like a Tom Clancy.
Isn't
game.
it very
So?
cover-based?
It's
But all the Tom Clancy games have been super stealth oriented
Yeah.
or super strategy oriented, like the Rainbow Six games.
This seems to me like it's Tom Clancy in an MMO, though. So
yeah, that's
Tom Clancy light.
yeah,
Tom
but with
Clancy Light also.
but with like little elements of like Gears of War sprinkled in there.
right with the cover base.
With the cover base, and it just isn't fun to me. And I even have that same group that plays, and I can't. There's
Are they liking it?
yeah, they love it.
So it's just
So it's
you
just
that's
me.
broken.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're probably the worst one in the group. And so,
Well, you guys have played MMOs where you're like the last one. Like I can't go in there on too low of a level.
That is always me.
Someone save me some good loot.
But at the same time, a game should have outside of that an appeal. And you guys know what I'm talking about, where you just have a video game that you just can't get into.
Yeah,
yeah, Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider.
I don't.
I can't get
understand
into
that
the
with
new Tomb Raider.
I can't get into it. I don't know why.
Huh.
I've tried over and over and over again. I'll try one more time.
Give it one more try.
I can't do Metal Gear Solid. I've tried
Which ones?
the new one, 5.
Oh, I haven't tried that one yet. I've played 1, 2. I'm almost done with 3. I've played 4 already, and then I'm gonna start 5.
Cool story.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good one.
It was gripping from beginning to end.
Yep, and your axe.
And your bow.
All right. Well, what are you going to give the division then? The James personal rating
From me, a 3 out of 10, but
Whoa!
from everybody else, because I don't like it. I don't like
straight
these
3.
graphics to me. Literally, because the thing that appealed to me was I'd go on Reddit and I'd see these destructive world graphics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like to me, that is awesome. Like if I can go into a video game, especially an MMO, where a guy's behind a pillar. Just shoot out from the side of the pillar, and then you'll eventually get to him if it's concrete, right? And that's why I like Battlefield 4.
All right, that does that really well.
Yeah, but this one, it's not very good. Like, for me, like I said, 3 out of 10, but like for my friends, I guarantee they'd give it a 7 or an 8. It's just not, to me, a good game. Sorry.
That's all right. Everyone's
Sorry, not
entitled
sorry.
to their own wrong opinions. It's okay.
Lol. Hashtag don't save me.
Wait.
Just kidding.
So I got back into like Diablo and stuff. I've been playing that.
Okay, nice. I've been playing Doom 3. Already talked about that, and The Legend of Zelda: The Twilight Princess.
Do you
HD.
suggest
Nice.
Doom 3?
I
haven't played any of the other Dooms.
If you can find like Doom 3 BFG edition for cheap,
What does BFG stand for? Teach me. I don't
big
know.
freaking gun.
Oh.
Yep.
That's it.
Big Friendly Giant.
Or Big Friendly Giant, depending on which.
Don't watch that show, by the way. They're remaking the BFG.
Yeah, why would you not?
Right
Why would you?
It's not out yet.
Yeah, so
they're making it. They're not remaking it.
It is a remake.
No,
The
No,
BFG.
it's only been a book.
It's a book.
It hasn't been.
Now
a
it's
movie.
gonna be
It
a
is
movie.
cartoon that I have.
Oh,
You
cartoon.
can't remake a cartoon into a movie.
Is that the big iron one?
No, that's Iron Giant.
the big iron?
But BFG,
The big iron.
B.I.G.
I
Big Iron
checked that
Giant.
movie out from the internet, and
Uh-huh.
I thought this would be great to show to my kids a nostalgic moment, and it was the worst thing I've ever done.
Oh, so you're talking about the? Don't watch the cartoon.
Don't
the
watch
old
the
one.
cartoon,
Okay.
the old one. It's bad.
Why?
It's scarring. The animation.
Well, yeah.
I'm just gonna say most of the giants' facial features look like genitalia. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of genitalia, you ever go back and try to rewatch Ren and Stimpy? Oh my
Another one.
god!
Another one.
That cartoon has so much gnarly stuff in it.
Or Dumbo, or Bambi, or Alice in Wonderland,
That's just
or
Dumbo is
that
terrifying.
might just
yeah,
be you.
the
Yeah.
drunk part.
Yes. I
Yeah,
cried.
Don't watch the
And it
BFG.
was only last year.
ain't doing it.
Oh yeah.
Who?
So let's see. Where were we going with that?
Probably
I don't
into
know.
Disney movies.
We were talking about Doom 3 and
Oh
BFG
yeah,
edition.
BFG.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
I
you can find that,
sidetracked
this is a good sidetrack. If you can find that on the cheap, it's definitely worth a playthrough.
Doom 3?
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna hop on Steam and see where it's at.
I think it's only like $15 on Steam.
When is the Steam summer sale? Is that in
the
June?
That makes sense.
You know what? I'm done. Drop the mic.
Like
It's
Google's,
$19.99.
like Google's
Yeah, it's only $20.
like Google's
But
April
if-
Fool's joke.
Exactly.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. If you
That was great.
you could,
That was-
I'm sure that you could wait till the spring sale or the summer sale, and it'll be $5.
It's only on Windows.
Oh yeah, you a Mac guy?
You're a Mac
You don't have
gamer?
A, you don't have a
What?
Windows PC.
That doesn't
to game
exist.
on?
I have a Windows
How
PC,
many
but
cons does that account?
That's 17.
Dang it!
Mac gaming.
You're never coming back from this deficit.
Do it by syllables.
I need a bailout.
Well, you're gonna get the
We don't
bailout.
do that.
You're gonna get the bailout when we go play with the Phantom.
Don't
Yeah.
let.
That'll be a big pros.
Speaking of that, it looks fairly new. That technology over there looks fairly new, so we need to keep it away from Jaren
Yep.
and his.
Oh no, don't.
Extremities.
I've already done that. Don't worry.
Oh,
You already rubbed it on
You've
your
already
on your crotchular
Yeah,
region.
yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
It's like, when did this happen?
He's staring me down. It's kind of a smolder, actually.
yeah. It's
Whoa.
Jaren has a thing with new technology. My phone.
You gotta mark your territory?
My phone still. I feel darkness from it a little bit. But he took my phone, and the first week that I owned this phone, it's the Nexus 6P, and
It improved it.
I don't know what do you call what he did to it. I mean, I don't without
Violated.
violated.
Did
yeah.
you-
Safe for Work edition? He violated it over. And
No,
over.
it was fabric in between. And
There
everything,
was,
you know,
there
pants
was
and stuff, but
It is-
still a
I mean, he's
violation.
Still, yeah, it's
You
still-
smiled.
Picture it didn't happen.
Yeah, well, my phone cried. Anyway.
All right, well, we're gonna
gonna go
go play with the DJI
Hey,
Phantom.
first of all, we've got email.
Oh, did we get an email?
Yeah, we got 2 emails.
What?
Yeah.
Hit it.
So
Those bots are
first
really
email
good.
from
Bots.
first email from Matt Miller. I believe he tweeted at us about this as well. So he says it's quite a long email, so I'm gonna cut the middle part out. I hope you're not offended. He says, "Dear G Spot."
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah,
That's us.
that's us.
The,
So
the Gadget Spot.
the past podcast, you gentlemen, thank you. We call us gentlemen. Briefly discussed the 360-degree camera and YouTube videos that pan the shot as you move your camera around,
Yeah.
bridging the virtual and physical worlds.
Right.
I've seen several of these amazing videos, and your discussion reminded me of a free app I ran across roughly 12 months ago called Bubbly. I'm not sure if it's still free or if there are 2 versions, free and premium. It's essentially the same concept, blah, blah, blah. So it's an app that you can make 360-degree
Right.
uh,
Videos.
videos,
Which
photos.
we tried that out once and they don't turn out very
Oh, it didn't turn
good.
out very good for the Geek Show stuff?
Yeah,
No.
he actually says it's somewhat...
No. Oh.
Well, I'll tell you why after.
Yeah.
So he says it's somewhat difficult to take a perfect 360-degree shot using your phone, even if you have perfected your technique and strategy. It's great for sharing the whole setting of wherever you are with whomever you like.
That's cool.
Yeah. A friend sent me a shot of their campsite in heavily wooded forest in Alaska, and for a small moment, I felt I was there.
Nice.
Hooked that up to some VR goggles.
That must have been a good
be
moment
cool.
for
I
you.
bet you could take a really cool shot of that with those binoculars too.
Did he say video or photo?
Sure.
3D.
It's a still scene. It's not
Because if it's a photo,
yeah.
I suggest Periscope, not Periscope.
Photos?
That's streaming video.
Didn't Microsoft have
Photosynth.
something like Photosynth? Yeah.
Photosynth
Yeah,
is
Photosynth.
amazing. I do it anytime you go to like the beach or like a place that you want to remember. Instead of taking just a normal picture, take that out and then do that. Because as soon as it takes the picture, it turns the background opaque, so you can kind of line it up for the next shot.
Oh,
so it makes
cool.
it look a little bit
Yeah,
better.
so it sounds like Photosynth for sure. He says, I'm looking forward to a potential 360-degree shot of your recording areas so we can see where the Gadget Spot magic
do it.
happens.
Oh, this is depressing.
I
You're
love
gonna
it.
have to put your pants.
It's
back
home.
on.
It's just my house.
And then he says, I am loving your podcasts.
Hey, thanks.
And my only complaint would be that they run a little short. Keep up the good work.
Well, you got your wish this time.
Yeah, this is a long one.
We're at a whole hour and 15 minutes right now.
50?
15.
Oh.
Dude, nobody likes it if it goes over an hour.
I know, right?
Hey, this guy likes it. Maddie from Colorado
Thank you, man.
likes it.
He's in
Thank you.
Colorado?
Yeah,
That's nice.
it's nice to hear someone from Colorado. We appreciate your email.
Heck yeah.
And,
Thanks for emailing, Matt.
We love you.
Yeah. The video didn't turn out.
We just let that hang because that's how much we love
Yes.
you. We
Yep.
just let
Yeah.
it hang.
All right, then we got a second email from Aaron. This is his second time writing in, so glad to have you write in twice.
Aaron.
Hey again, Aaron.
What do you guys use to record the audio? When I listen with my headphones, it sounds like you are right next to me, which is pleasantly creepy.
Hey, all
None of your
right.
dang business.
So we use a soundboard that I got from Behringer. It's the model X1204 USB. We've had really good luck with it. A couple of microphones, also Behringer, right?
Yeah, two of them work great. One works terribly.
Mine's from Radio Shack,
And,
so
yeah.
take that.
Owen's is from Radio Shack. Sounds just as good as the Behringer one in this
Damn.
case. And we got the one that,
Cell phone mic.
Can you guys hear me?
yeah, we got cell phone
Try
mic
some-
over there with James.
Try to sound normal. Guys.
So he's going to get his real mic.
Yeah, that
going
was
to come
my
next
bad.
time. And then just average XLR cables. So
What's the software you throw?
I edit it, record it, and edit it with Adobe Audition.
Ooh.
I use 5.5, but really anything 3 or above will get the job done for sure for something like a podcast. So I'm glad you like the quality. I spend a fair amount of time and effort making it sound good. So
Tony does good work.
He does great work.
thank you,
That's a pro.
It's all
Put
right, I
that down.
guess. It's really good. I'm just kidding.
man.
That's
Ouch.
a con. He
He negged me.
But you look really nice today.
Hey, thank you.
Yep. He does look nice.
That aqua goes great with your red hair.
I thought about that when I put it on. Actually, I looked at myself in the mirror with this shirt, and I was like, "Yep, that really brings out my ginger,
Just like Gimli.
just like Gimli."
And my axe.
Okay, we're gonna go play with the Phantom a little bit, and
Well, we got to take a picture before we do that.
oh well, we can take that after we get finished recording
Yeah,
because
okay.
nobody knows the difference.
Okay.
So thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Write us.
See you later.
Review us. Goodbye.